everyone thought because my mom was a drunk that she was not a good mom, but she still spent quality time with us. She was bringing us to the bar. She was asking us to blow in the car so it'll crank up and we could go home. It was little things like that mattered.
What I'm trying to throw out there for your audience and for people to understand is that pandemic or no pandemic, as a country, as a culture, women work now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we shouldn't have to decide between our child and our business.
Exactly.
Ever. Many moms have before us, you know, many women have. And I threw my hands up 2 weeks ago and I said, I'm done with this. And it has affected my business. I mean, I'm not going to name the clients now, but I know it has. But I can sleep good at night because I know my babes are taken care of, you know? And listen, it's all for them anyway, right? And we'll get back to normal. But what they will remember during this time, and if one person hears this, if what our kids will remember during this time is how we responded to it and where they are in our life during the scariest time of their life. Like we don't know what that precious little girl sitting next to you. She's been hearing the things, and like, so that extra hour you give her reading, doing dictation, counting, reading a story, doing a craft. Like, I mean, I spent Earth Day I took a set of plans that I didn't win a job from, and I turned it into an Earth Day project.
Yeah, that's cool.
Listen, it was for me, it was for them, but it's like, that's what's going to matter at the end of this, you guys, you know? And I don't know if this is on topic or off topic, but even after this, like that stuff has to matter. You know, I'm going to say no to a lot of the after hours, happy hour things. I am. They don't bring me deals anyway. I haven't heard from any of those people in 5 weeks. Yeah. But I was, you know, Lauren, and I was leaving the kids at home, and I was going to the after hours, happy hour, business development opportunity gigs. I haven't heard from them in 5 weeks. I was just numbers for them. And I'm going to continue. I want to put the things that are important first, right? I'm having a little bit of fun with it, right? And I'm going to start saying no to a lot of that stuff and go home. Because the people that I haven't heard from in the last 5 weeks, they're not getting my time, man. Yeah. They're not coming to my Christmas party.
That's crazy. I just hate that you're in that position. Like, I know many others are, but I hate that you're losing on your business side because of this. And there's nothing you can do about it. Let's be real. You're not going to be able to, you know, expect government help out of this. You're not going to be able to.
I get nothing.
The best you can do is recover after, like, you know, salvage relationships after.
I'm disappointed that I'm letting those clients down. Believe me, I'm very disappointed that I'm letting them down. But I would be way more disappointed if I let my kids down right now.
Yeah.
Like your electrical box is very important to me, but I don't know, man. My girl needs help with social science, and my baby needs to learn how to read. So if I can't, and I'm still engaging in work, like I'm not just turning it all off. It's just not as fast as they're used to. You see what I mean? Like I'm not turning it off. Like I'm still out there hustling, grinding, finding deals, working. It's just not as fast as they would like it to be because what they're used to.
Wow.
So
now you put the guilt on me now because now I have to get up and teach better amongst everything else.
I'm gonna send you those pictures on my sliding glass door. It's gonna make you giggle. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, let me ask you about this instance. Has the messes increased at your home too? Like my house.
I'm OCD.
Yeah.
No, I clean the kitchen after everything. We actually make the beds more now than we did before. Because before this, we were just like getting up, getting going. Now it's like we pause, make the beds, clean up. It's actually becoming, because we're here more, I can't function in chaos. Because we're here more, I'm taking more time to make all of that nice as well. Yeah.
Wow. It's not
Whereas
like that here.
before, like, because I
Wow.
make breakfast, so like make breakfast go. Sometimes I would come home by the time after I pick them up, and like the breakfast dishes would still be here because we're just trying to get to school on time.
Yep.
No, we clean up, get it done.
Wow. So it's
Like our trash cans don't sit at the road for 4 days. We get them that day.
yeah.
I feel bad for calling Miss Cynthia, the lady that would clean for me. Like, how dare I call Miss Cynthia during this time and be like, hey, I'm doing nothing but sitting around all day anyway. Why don't you come over here and clean up around me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm home and I'm taking, and it's helping my fiance out because I'm trying to take some things off of her plate.
Yeah.
Because she's essential, but she still has to go to work every day.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I
So
mean, when
you
she gets home,
won't call her. So you saying that's the story? You're not calling your cleaning lady because you're there.
I'm cleaning. I'm
You're
cleaning
doing it
because
instead.
I'm here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, we know.
That's good.
Think about it. We've got one that's just under 2, and this one here is about to turn 5. They make more mess than we can clean. They really do, and that's on a normal basis. That's when we clean up when they're at school, or if
Have you seen them at school? They clean up at school.
Well, I be day drinking, so I mean, I make quite a mess around here myself.
So you pick up your own bottles.
It's 8:47. We started at 7. I poured my glass of wine because y'all started late.
Because that's my day. It really does. It's crazy. I get it. And when every time that we've had to reschedule, even with yourself, I get it. It's more to do than we can cover. But it really is nuts at my house. And I really was expecting you to come on saying you're sick of having to teach it. You're falling behind on the kids because you're working, but it was a complete flip on me.
Yeah.
I'm glad because I mean this could actually make me cry a little bit, but I would really be selling myself short if it was anything different than that.
Yeah.
Like I decided, like I was doing it. You can ask my clients. I was bringing them to the job site 2-3 weeks ago. I was doing all that stuff, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, have you made any in a conversation with these clients, the ones that you have spoken with, have you made that mention that, hey, I'm spending time at home, kids, I'm educating my kids at the house, I'm playing teacher role?
I just get like big emails that are like, oh, you didn't meet this deadline, and oh, this isn't done yet. And it's like, yeah, I know, and I'm letting you down, right? But I'm trying the best that I can, and I don't deserve them to feel. I don't want them to feel sorry for me. I get it. I don't want to let them down either, but I am. But I can't let my kids down. And it's like, is this really going to matter? Because in a few weeks we're going to be through this.
Yeah.
So
recover.
I don't, and
Yeah. So I guess the bottom line is you can recover with your client, but it might not be such a recovery with the kids.
Nope. Yeah. And that's the decision that I made.
And that's the wise one.
Everyone
I encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
And
we
do it.
We do.
Everyone thought because my mom was a drunk that she was not a good mom, but she still spent quality time with us. She was bringing us to the bar. She was asking us to blow in the car so it'll crank up and we could go home. It was little things like that mattered.
You value that.
And I remember those.
Yeah, the good times, right? Idiot.
Good stuff.
Like, you're really making me laugh, cry, because like I feel sad and I feel like, come on, man.
Especially if you're doing good work.
Look, Sean, Bekka has emotions.
You're doing some good stuff.
No, you are. It's very commendable, and now that he's on me,
wait till I send you these pictures of the stuff that we've been doing, man. It's just I don't want to do it, but I just have to. and I don't want my business to suffer. Like I said, we picked up some deals along the way that I didn't expect to get. Some of the things that I was counting on have fallen by the wayside because I have let them down, because I have shifted my priorities.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks from now, we'll see what happens. You know, we're going to come out of this. Summer programs are going to happen. I'm going to go right back to Hustle Bekka.
Right. Well, everything is opening back up. What's Florida? I haven't heard
come
exactly.
Monday, they're going to do 25% capacity in restaurants.
We
what does that
we
mean?
know that's going to be a bunch of bullshit. That's how if you reopen. You're open. You're open. You're not going to limit people if they're at their door wanting to come in the restaurant.
Are we in a pandemic or are we not?
Well,
that's been this whole thing. You know what's going to happen as soon as this is over? As soon as this is over, my husband and I are coming to Atlanta and we're going to do a live show together. We're going to go to dinner.
Huh?
Like that's what we're doing as soon as it really opens.
Yeah,
and it will be.
Okay, so
maybe by then I'll get a haircut because they open up the barbershop, but they have tents outside.
Barbershops are not open in Florida.
Really?
Barbershops and nightclubs and gyms are still 100% closed. They're doing 25% capacity in restaurants.
Ridiculous. The way I see it is, if I say open up, I'm gonna get some beef on this. I'm sure I'm gonna get all kind of riffraff. But I say open up, and if you're afraid, I'm not living my life in freedom. I'm not living in fear. But
I agree with
if you don't want to go out, then don't go out. But don't try to prevent the rest of the world. Don't make the rest of the world stay home because you're scared. I'm not.
I have a friend that spent 4 long years getting a kinesiology degree. He's a manager of a gym, and the gym told him he won't even come over my house because of COVID. He's just that freaked out about it. And now
he's one of those.
If you don't come back to work, you're not going to have a job. So I think it should be a voluntary thing.
That's what I'm saying.
No. And then if he's too scared, don't go back to work. Okay, somebody else will do the job.
That's right.
That's his choice.
Now, can he come back and call, what is it, the general duty clause? I mean, what I say no, honestly.
If that workplace is saying we're open, come back to work, and he doesn't want to, then someone else can do the job.
It can be done by someone that's willing. Don't fire him.
Employment. There's this. Fire him. Whatever. That's my spot.
Because all the lawsuits are going to open up. People are going to try to say that they were forced or they lost their job because they elected not to go back to work. I'm sure the lawsuits are going to open wide open when it comes to that time. But
you let somebody get COVID on my job site, I'm going to never be able to get work comp insurance again.
That's true.
It's nuts. This is far from over, and it is far from being sorted out. I think the worst is yet to come from, the standpoint of the lawsuits. Not to mention,
we've talked
China
about this.
Now. Talked about this. So it's going to continue. But from a person-to-person standpoint, it's the same thing as the freedom. If you feel like you should not be confined to stay at home because, there's a handful that are fearful. If they're fearful, then they can stay their ass at home. But listen, I'm not afraid. I'm going to stay at home.
That's right. Choice. And you know what? They get 39 weeks of unemployment to shelter in place.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of the world that wants to go to work.
I have to go to my office twice a week. And today was one of my days. And this guy shows up with a mask, gloves, the whole 9 yards. And says, me and the security guard were walking around.
It wasn't even that funny, but just how you said it was really funny.
And he's like, these guys think something to play with. They're not wearing anything. And I'm like, dude,
I'm not afraid.
I'm at work.
I got my shirt and tie on.
Exactly. And my ass was stamps. Like, how dare you this?
Oh my God.
Well, I've only put on a mask once, and that's because I had a doctor's appointment and they handed it to me at the door. I couldn't go inside, and they did. They checked my temperature, and this is an area where I have very few this hospital itself at that moment had only had maybe 50 cases that came in and maybe 2 that were had deaths that they associated with. It wasn't a death because it was a death associated with. So,
Oh my God.
and then I'm having to put on. I just complied because I had to.
I
And
don't
I
even
don't
have
mind
tolerance.
complying. Yeah, I don't have
No.
complying because that was the rule there. But you're not going to make a rule on me says I have to stay at home. I'm not going.
By the way, we're sheltering in place as to not overwhelm the healthcare system. We're not sheltering in place because no one's going to get COVID if we shelter in place. It's so that they can control how fast everyone gets it. Okay.
And I'm definitely not going to get a vaccine. If they make vaccines mandatory, I'm staying in my house.
The way I look at the vaccine,
not getting a mandatory vaccine for COVID.
You're not going to force me to put anything in my body against my will. So, and if you're not going to take my travel, we're doing it. So,
the only something that my body is if we in a 4x6 cell and you like bigger than me or something.
Let me tell you something.
That's most of the
Those guys, this is hysterical. Those guys that are in prison that are like getting turned out into the world, they're like clawing onto the jail. Don't turn me loose now. They're like, leave me in here. At least I can eat. They're like, no. Those guys at least know they can eat, right? And now you're gonna turn me loose in a pandemic?
Throw them out in a pandemic.
I guarantee you, like
That's
when
good.
you're trying to bathe a
like
cat,
that.
right? Oh, you're getting during a pandemic.
Hey, we've got a virus out here. You want out?
No, they're like, we'll stay. At least we can eat. We'll live or die, but don't send me out there. Because now I can't find food. I have nowhere to live.
And I think, isn't it true that the sad reality is that the homeless are contracting more swiftly, because of their living conditions? I mean, I think
contracting more swiftly and living.
Yeah.
They're living.
Well, I mean, look at the condition of their bodies. My goodness, they probably immune to everything.
I know it. I've said that a long time.
Listen.
I've said that
when I come to Atlanta, me and Sean are gonna go lick homeless people together. Just lick
Y'all gonna have that one. I'll film it.
And then Sean and I are gonna be immune from everything. We'll be like, oh, really? Have you licked a homeless person lately?
We got like super crackheads here in Atlanta. One of them burnt down.
Yeah, they did. I remember. Look, I just drove under there just hours before it happened too. I remember that. Yep, they burnt the bridge down. He lit fire to the couch, and it lit up. It lit up construction materials.
So, yep, these are like a different breed.
I guess it wasn't a 1 hour firewall.
It burnt. Yeah, 75. I forget what it was. 85, I think it was, Sean. Burnt
85. 85.
Well, I wanted to get a perspective from a mom other than the one that's in my house, and I wanted to get, especially a working mom in this industry. With the rest of responsibility as you have, and I know your shared responsibility situation with Jasmine. It's just a good story, and it's a real story. I wonder the response we'll get because I believe there's many that can relate, and for me, it just throws me back that I thought you were going to come on and complain about all the things and talk about how behind you are and how you feel like how you just had to put your work first and you hate it, but no, you're just the opposite of what I expected. You pulled the kids right out. And you sacrificed everything for them. I mean, and that's inspiring to me, like I said. But I hope that inspires others too.
And me too.
That is.
And I didn't expect to have all that, but I'm gonna send you those photos so you can see them.
I'll put them up on the screen.
My mouth is.
Yeah, that is.
And
awesome.
I appreciate you guys very much, and I can't wait to do it again.
It's fine.
I look forward to hearing what is according to Bekka on the next episode.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'll come up with some.
All right.
I'll come up with some.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Cheers, guys. Have a great night.
Take care.
Bye.